That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction
Mondays.
Monday. On a Tuesday.
All right, Chris.
Hey. What's up, everybody?
We're good.
Okay.
What do you got?
Good?
What do you got? What do you got?
Mike, are you good?
I'm good.
You're not as good as the Buffalo Bills. We forget about them.
That's correct.
Because they played on Thursday. That was so long ago.
I know.
They get lost in the weekend shuffle and the overreactions and the plane reactions.
And your point is what?
They're the best team in the AFC.
No, the Kansas City Chiefs the best team in the NFC.
Well, they
Don't
could
play
be,
the result,
They
Chris.
could be 0-2. The
Don't play
Bills
the result.
should be 2-0, and they are 2-0.
You want to talk about should be?
They should be, and they are. Kansas City should be 0-2. They're 2-0. Good
best
job.
team in the AFC.
Best team in the AFC. They got the MVP of the league.
Two-time defending
Buffalo Bills.
the best team in the AFC.
Well, they're the four-time defending
Here's what I will give the Buffalo Bills.
AFCs.
Okay?
5-time?
Here's what I will give the Buffalo Bills. Two things. One, they are 2-0, and they're better than people give them credit for. And they are still the team to beat in the AFC East. 2 games in, and everybody thought 2 games in, we would already see the signs of they're not the same anymore. Yeah. So I'll give them that.
Oh, that's nice.
And the other thing I will give them is they've got fans who have great wedding cakes. Just great wedding cakes. Look at that. Andy and Laura, right? Is that who it is? Right? Okay. Mike Toskins' friends, and just for everyone who wants to run through it, the top layer is raspberry and custard, and the bottom is in honor of one of the greatest ventriloquist acts of the 1970s on the Hollywood Squares, Marvel and Ganesh. Sometimes it's just for me, guys.
I get it.
Sometimes it's just, if I find it funny, it's just for me.
I got it.
I always wanted to be
All right, moving on. The Chiefs are the 2-time defending Super Bowl champs, and they're 2-0, so let's please move on. What else?
All right. We played earlier on the show. We love playing the clip of Larry David, being commissioner,
Yes.
and he'd get rid of the goalposts.
Okay.
I don't want to get rid of the goalposts,
What do you
but
wanna
here's
get
what I
rid of?
want to do. Kickers are too good. The goalposts need to be narrower.
I like it.
Need to be narrower.
I like it.
When we were kids, a 50-yard field goal was like, oh my God, they kicked a 50-yard
Yeah.
field goal? That's incredible.
Yeah.
There were 14 50-yard field goals made in week 2.
Interesting.
That's insane.
I like it.
Narrow the goalposts.
I like it.
Kickers are too good.
I like it. Tirico said on Sunday night it's like a 300-yard drive now. It used to be like a total outlier, and now everybody does it.
Everybody does it.
I kind of like where you're going. Do we know, can we do a study on how much we squeeze it?
Oh, I mean, let's just start small. Let's give me a yard on each side.
Should we start? How about this? If you want to do this, how about we move them in and out and in and out like this? They're moving. They're moving while they're kicking.
They have to hit
And
them.
you got to guess.
Here's the deal. This is according to the Google AI.
Should we have a windmill on it?
NFL goalposts are
Should we put a windmill?
18 feet 6 inches, right? So they're 6 yards wide. And it's been that way since the 20s.
Oh, my
Everything
God.
in the league is getting
yeah.
changed and adapted to the times.
That's right.
We got a 100-year-old goalpost out there. What are we doing?
I understand. I'm with you.
Thank you.
What else? Not an overreaction.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay, good. If I only had a spot on the competition committee, I would forward
Fix
it.
the goalpost first.
What else?
It's really bad here in LA for the Rams. Everybody's hurt.
Yeah,
I think
that's true.
me and Mike are hurt, and we're just season ticket holders.
hurt.
No, it means that it devalues the price of the ticket you're trying to get on the secondary
Those are your
market.
words, not mine. I'll be there on Sunday. Whose house?
Your house.
Brockman's house.
The Rams need to do whatever it takes to get Aaron Donald out of retirement.
Does he play offensive line?
He can do all of it. He's Aaron Donald. Okay? Give him the ball on the goal line, throw it to him, line him out at wide receiver. I don't care. He needs to be back. 99 needs to be back.
You know what? He's the reason why they missed him in overtime in Detroit.
Fact.
And it had nothing to do with what happened on Sunday in Arizona. So I don't know what you're talking about. I understand they miss him. Dude,
I know he's sleeping on the couch. His
it's
wife's
unbelievable.
shooting him with the video,
the
but
offensive
get him back.
linemen that are out, both Pro Bowl wide receivers are out. It's insane what's happening. How crazy is this? No Nakua, no Kupp, no Debo, no McCaffrey for Niners Rams on Sunday.
Let's have a contest.
But the Niners offensive line is,
Intact.
yeah, Trent Williams is going to show up.
Yeah, Nick Bosa's over there.
Right, so that's the problem for the Rams. What else?
Call 99. Loved what I saw last night from the Falcons. Saved their season.
I agree, as you know.
Also, maybe the sneakiest, best division in the NFL, the NFC South, getting 3 playoff teams.
Now that's crazy talk.
They
That's
got your
crazy
boy.
talk.
They got the best team in the league.
Crazy talk.
Kirk goes back. Primetime Kirk.
Crazy talk. Crazy talk. 3 teams. That's crazy talk. I'll push back on that.
They look good.
That means if you're saying there's 3 coming out of there, that means there's only 1 coming out of 2 others.
Yep.
And 2 coming out of 1 other.
Well, what other teams have looked playoff worthy?
Green Bay's
In
going to
the
be there.
NFC.
Lions are going to be in this mix. The Vikings are going to be in the mix for a 7th and final spot. Seattle's going to be in the mix for a 7th final spot. Come on now. Don't denigrate the rest of these teams. You're basically saying the 2 divisions being led by 2-0 teams, those teams are going to basically miss the playoffs because you're assuming they're not going to win their divisions.
Yeah.
Okay,
1 from
got
the
it.
West, 1
Got it.
from
So
the
the
North,
team that
2 in the East.
just
How about
won
that?
won their first game with a remarkable final drive is going to knock out 2 teams that are currently in first place at 2-0.
What have you done for me lately?
What else, Chris?
Here's another thing. I mean, you look at the list. I mean, we're all playing fantasy. Half your team's probably hurt, right?
Yeah.
Half your team's on IR. Right?
I know, right?
All these rash of injuries just further prove the point. Teams need to take the preseason seriously and play their starters.
And then what happens when the injuries that we're seeing right now are actually happening in the preseason? What happens then?
They're back earlier on the field.
I don't know. There's no answer to it. The amount of times that we're going to sit here and say what you say, or we need to have fewer preseason and more practices.
How many calf and hamstring injuries are we getting?
Dude, I hear you.
Take it seriously.
I don't know how. There's no answer to it. It is a contact sport. Every year at the combine, I am seeing people getting bigger, stronger, faster, doing more freaky athletic things, and so it there's no answer to it, and there's not going to be any fix to it, and I don't know what the fix is. What else do you want me to say? You're not going to put these guys out on the field in the preseason. You're just not going to do it if you don't have to. So,
Man, it's ridiculous.
you got one more?
I got one more.
Okay.
How about this one? The other side of last night's coin, the Eagles. That burner just got turned on the seat of Nick Sirianni.
Oh, come on now.
Burner just got turned on. I went into the stove. I put the pot on. Just turned it on a little bit.
That is
Just turned it on low.
That is
The burner's on the hot seat.
You're
burner's on the seat.
You're premature. You're premature,
Have you heard the Philly fans today?
dude. Hey, Philly fans. The throw to Saquon Barkley, that guy's going to catch it 9 out of the other 10 times.
How about
That's thrown
kicking
at him.
the field goal at the end of the
Now,
first
that
quarter?
one was
And
weird.
what are we doing?
That one was weird. Those are 3 points you'd like to have
When are
back.
these coaches
I
going to
don't know.
just take points?
But it's not.
Points are
when
there.
you
They're
say-
giving you free points. Just take them.
When you say these coaches, that means it's other than Sirianni.
Well, he's the one that did it last night on national television.
Listen, he's the one
in a
that
game
brought
they
in
should have
Kellen
won.
Moore. He's the one that brought in Kellen Moore and handed it off to him. And so far, so good. Okay? So far, so good. Saquon knows he should have caught the ball. And I think this team defensively is the issue. I mean, I don't know if he's calling Vic Fangio into his office and going, "What's up?" But not yet.
Just saying.
I understand where you're going with this, but not yet. That's an overreaction.
All right.
You think we need one more?
Oh, boy.
All right, we'll get one more.
Again, the overacting from Chris is just
I have
amazing.
one more.
Okay.
And this is not just because he's my fantasy quarterback, okay?
Uh-oh, okay.
This is because I've watched the 2 games, and he looks terrible. The team looks terrible. He might get his coach fired if he keeps this up.
Ooh.
Trevor Lawrence needs to cut his hair so he can start playing well again.
Samson.
The hair is holding him back. Be an adult, okay? You're not a teenager. You're not a little kid. When I see little kids with long hair, what are you doing? Cut your hair.
Why are
Be
you
an
being-
adult.
Why are you being?
Look the part and start playing good football.
But why-
You're Trevor freaking Lawrence. You've been anointed since your freshman year of college. You didn't lose a game in high school. You go to the first overall pick.
Let
Be
me
the
say
first
this.
overall pick. You got all the talent in the world. Cut your hair. Play like an adult. Let's go.
Not only is this a ridiculous supposition, but on top of it, I must say, as a fellow member of the Ball Brotherhood, no member of the Ball Brotherhood should ever be a Harris. Well, don't be a Harris.
I think the opposite. I think bald
should
people
never be
are
a
the
Harris.
perfect ones to judge how other people's hair looks.
That is being blatantly Harris,
That is ridiculous.
and you should not do that. You're fine. He's fine.
He's not fine.
I know that.
The only
but it
thing
has
fine
nothing to
about him
do-
is his bank account.
Yeah, that's nothing
Cut
to
your
do-
hair. Start playing good football.
So what
Trevor
happens if he
Lawrence.
cuts his hair?
Well done.
The hair was long though in high school and
Well done.
college when he got
He
drafted.
was good.
So
Well, now he stinks, and his hair's still long.
Tune into the Overreaction Monday podcast for more pearls of wisdom from Chris and reactions from me. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.